Morning everyone. Today's going to be kind of a challenging day. I only have a handful of lawns to do. I normally should be doing about 15 or 16 lawns today, but since everything's burning up and we got a little bit of rain last night, not very much, just enough to raise the humidity, we're going to be skipping over a bunch of them today. And we're supposed to get a little bit more rain this afternoon to raise the humidity even higher. So temperature is supposed to be up around 90 today, and humidity already is at 80. And we're going to get a little bit of rain, a little bit of rain this afternoon, so that's going to raise it up to about 100% humidity. So as soon as that rain hits this afternoon, I will be done, because it's just going to be too brutal out there for me to work in it. And hopefully I should be done by then anyhow. So let's get the trailer load up and let's get started. Okay, just got done cutting the yard. That's just interesting, I guess. The front's all burned up, but the backyard's kind of low and it's got fruit trees everywhere. And front yard barely needed to be cut. A couple spots in the backyard needed to be cut. Around the fruit trees, the grass is a foot high. So I had to double, triple cut that, trying to get rid of the clippings, because the lady doesn't want anything back there, which I understand that. She wants it all put back in the yard. But it's brutally hot here. Yeah, as you can see, I'm a little warm. But it's 11:30 right now, and it's 87 degrees. And I didn't check the humidity, but I'm sure it's up there. So it's just, it's hard working out there right now in this humidity and the heat. Heat, I don't mind. It's the humidity that gets me. So I can work all day long in 80, 85 degree weather. I prefer not to, but I can. As soon as you put that humidity in there, it's, I don't do well in it. So I am by myself today. Vicky's at home running the house. She's got a lot of stuff to do, and so I think she's got I know she's got one of the granddaughters there with her by now. So daycare is on vacation, so we got to pick up the slack. But anyhow, I've been getting phone calls lately about the length of the grass I'm cutting, and I couldn't figure out why I am getting these phone calls. The grass is burned up, and everybody's saying I'm cutting it too short, and I couldn't figure out what's going on. I'm telling them, I said, it's longer than your neighbors. I'm not cutting it too short. Well, I figured out today what's going on in this yard. I'm cutting the backyard, and all I can smell is chemicals. I figured out where that phone calls are generating from. It's from the fertilizer company. The customers are complaining because their grass is burned up and they're fertilizing. And I don't have to tell you which company is doing this, because you pretty much already figured it out. And so instead of saying it's a drought and we haven't had any rain, they're justifying that they have to fertilize still and blaming it on me. And I try to explain to these people, with the grass that we have in our area, if I cut it any taller, when it is growing, it will lay over, because it just it's the fine red fescue and rye. It will lay over after about 4 inches. When it's about 4 inches tall, it has a tendency of laying over, and it just looks horrible. So I don't cut it that high. The highest I cut is 3 3/4, which I'm at right now, and I don't dare cut it any higher. I can cut it higher, but like I said, it just lays over. So I am not sure if I'm going to be able to get a video at this next one or not. I'm going to try to, at least to get a video out of a yard that you haven't seen before. This or have you seen this? I'm not sure if you've seen this one before or not, but this is a new yard. This is the second time I've cut it, and I don't think I had a video out here last time I was here. So if I did, I'm sorry, but this is what I'm going to do, or I'm going to try to do. So on to this next yard. Okay, that yard's done. I didn't get the video I wanted, but it's a little bit of something for you anyhow. So I'm gonna go check one more yard that's right next to here. I haven't cut it in 3 weeks, and it has not grown, and I don't think I'll be able to cut it again today. So I'm gonna go check that out right now. Just drove by that yard. There's a couple tall weeds, and that's about it. Everything else is just yellow. I could go and mow it, but you'll see my tracks the rest of the summer, and I just don't want to do that. If anything else, next week when we come by, I'll just take a weed whacker out there and whack a couple of them weeds off, and it'll still look good. And I just, you know, I cannot cut these yards. They're so burned up. A couple of them I could have cut earlier, but like I said, I'd be leaving tracks on their lawns for the rest of the summer, and I'll just wait a week or two, and if they don't grow, they don't grow. But I just don't want to make things worse than they already are. Okay, just finished up this yard that we've only been cutting, probably about a month, I guess. That's the one that I took over for the guy who had to have knee surgery. Well, he just came out and told me that he's feeling good now. He can walk around. He's going to start mowing it again himself, which he has a riding mower. It's no big deal. The problem he was concerned about was getting on and off of the mower without hurting himself, and now he's doing pretty good, so he's going to take back over. So it's kind of a disappointing thing, because it's one of these yards that was really nice to cut, and it was easy. There's hardly any trimming to do on it, but you know, that thing happens. And he said if he needs us in the future, which he'll call us, and he'll call us for do a thatching in the spring, but in the near future, you know, he's a retired gentleman, and he's a busy person because he's got a lot of things to do, and he's got time on his hands. So I would say probably about 5 years we'll be cutting it full-time for him, because he's going to be doing other things, and he's not going to want to do it. So right now, this whole yard, the whole time I was cutting, I was getting sprinkled on. The wind quit blowing. There's absolutely no breeze. It's 89 degrees, and the humidity is 85%. It's very uncomfortable out there, I guess, is what I'm going to say on that. And there's other words I could use, but that's probably the best ones to explain it. And it is, what is it? It's 1:30 right now. I'm going to go home and eat lunch and see what happens with this thunderstorm that's going on, because it's thundering and lightning. And according to the map, it's going to last about 10 minutes. So it's going to bring that humidity up to 100% at 90 degrees. Oh, it's going to be not good. And my next yard is that big old yard that's going to take me an hour and a half. So I'm going to go home, get a little bit of a break, and see what happens with the rain. If we get any, we might not even get any. It might just blow over and get nothing. Just raise the humidity up some more. So I guess I'll see you after lunch. And it is raining. Let's see how long it's going to last. It's raining so hard you can barely even see in high winds. Well, I got my rain. I'm already done for the day. It's still pouring. Roads are kind of flooded right now, but we need the water. So hopefully this lasts a little bit longer. Not as heavy, but slows down to a drizzle and keeps going for a couple hours is what I'm hoping. But clouds only look like it's about another 5-10 more minutes long, and it went from 89 degrees to 74 degrees in about 5 minutes. So yeah, that's a nice change. So I'm going to go in and eat lunch and wait a little bit, because I only have 1 yard left. That's one with that big old yard out on its own peninsula there and surrounded by water. And if I get a lot of water on that yard, I don't think I'm going to be able to cut that today, because it's a thick, heavy lawn to start with. So I'm going to go eat lunch and see how things turn out. That right there is coming in. So I don't think I'd be able to get that yard done in about an hour and a half, plus it's kind of really wet and soft yet, so I'd have to slow down and take my time so I don't tear any of the grass up and they have to go back and fix again. So I'm just going to call it a day, because it's 1 yard, it's an hour and a half, it'll be there tomorrow, and it's really hot. You know, it's 85, 86 degrees right now, and the humidity's way back up there again. And tomorrow it's supposed to be high 75, no humidity. This next storm is supposed to drop the temperatures right on through, so I don't know what's going to happen. We'll see here, but I see it's lightening off in the distance again, so no sense taking a chance on it since I'll be all surrounded by water. I don't even want to deal with it. So I'm going to go drop her, or I'm going to back her in. Well, actually, I'm just going to pack it in right now while I'm talking. But I'm just going to wait. One day is not going to make a difference on that person's yard, you know, and it actually will be a little easier on that lawn, you know, because he's got a sprinkler system, but sprinkler systems only do so much for so long, and you have to have some help from nature to make it a little bit green. Something about the rain versus the sprinkling system makes a big difference. So I'm gonna go ahead and hook everything right now. That was a good call. It's already starting to sprinkle and rain on us, so I wouldn't have got her done anyhow without getting soaking wet, and no sense fighting it. So like I said, it's not gonna make a difference, and we only have, I don't know, 7 or 8 lawns to do tomorrow total, I think. And Vicky's gonna be working with me tomorrow, so we got the bigger yards. We're gonna take 2 mowers on a bunch of them, and we'll just get them all done. So that is gonna be the end of my video for today. I thank you for watching and subscribing. You can check out the links in the description box below. It'd be greatly appreciated. Those links help support the channel. Everybody have a good evening, and we will see you at the next yard.